Okay, so now we are at 21 hours mark and level 90. So this is the my newest attempt. So last time I was saying that after SRS, I thought that would be the league start for Necromancer, but it turns out to be the using DD is not too bad. So it took me more than 7 hours to get to map. Part of the reason was that, of course, DD is doesn't do enough damage mid game, but I was exploring some new method, and I thought it was pretty good, but there was some time wasted. So basically, the idea was that I use 4 main skills, which is very, very, very rare. So of course you use desecrate to generate a corpse. You could use earth, but more people are using desecrate with detonate dead. I think the reason is that by having a 2 link here, which is using the low level spell cascade, you can get how many corpse here? Let's see.
I need more mana.
Yeah, so 12 corpse here. And to do that is basically impossible. Even you use a 4 link. Well, I mean, just the greater volume, greater multiple projectile. So that will be, I don't know, like 10 or something. But that is it requires more link. And if you remove this, you can only generate, I think, 4. Yeah, so spell cascade and cast it twice, so which is really good. And yeah, so you have like this and the DD as the damage scale that scale all the nodes we grab, including the corpse nodes. So I was grabbing the ignite nodes directly from here, and so this is 30 plus the combustion. That'll be like more than 50, 55. So that will be like good for to carry me from early game. So early game actually turned out to be not. It feels okay. Just from Act 3, it started to slow down. So now I think about it, probably I should have used cremation, added cremation. So even now I'm still using cremation. So basically cremation, even 1 link, even just like 1 socket will do something, because you just lay 3 geysers. They will last for 8 I think it's 8 seconds, right? Yeah, so now the duration has been increased, so it's 13 seconds. And then for the rest of the time you can just use DD, because for DD you scale your ignite damage, so you don't have to like pop up DD all the time non-stop. So basically all the skills that 3 cremation and DD probably like just in between, and another the last skill, as I said, I use 4 skills. Last one is Armageddon brand for clear. So basically I just go ahead, pop Armageddon brand, keep going, and when the boss is there, I started the cremation. I mean, I can start with the DD to start ignite, and then pop 3 cremation and start pop DD, and add cremation in between, and apply curse. But the problem is that you can't really. So basically, it's Armageddon brand curse. Like 1 fast movement, 1 like a constant movement, 1 like a panic movement. I think panic movement still needed, but now, as you can see, we have like a DD, we have cremation, we have disintegrate, and now we don't have combustion, which sorry, the wave of what? What's the word? Wave of conviction. So that you know, like we don't have any more keys to use that. But if you use left click to move around, and then you, of course you can use this like assign the value of conviction to this key. But yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty like socket starving. But I think that would probably be better if you, like me, if you really want to go with DD, because the thing is DD is that the corpse scaling is basically not very useful for the other skills. For like cremation, of course, DOT doesn't scale too much. It because ignite doesn't stack, right? So you use heat from cremation, and this doesn't benefit a lot. And yeah, all these scale it don't benefit a lot. But adding DD, I feel like it's increased the boss fight efficiency by a lot. There could be some build that I grab more fire nodes instead of all elemental nodes. So basically, the elemental nodes, the general damage nodes, or the minion nodes, by the way, and for should be okay for all our skills. Instead, and for fire DOT and DOT, they are good for cremation and Armageddon brand. Which you of course you'll be removing after you enter the map. You don't have to instead of moving quick, you need to kill all the monsters. So focus on damage. So you can take that out and take all the other skills, which you start with the cosmic damage taken plus mountain shell for defense, and adding all the auras. So I ran several auras. I ran discipline for like this is a lot of like 800 energy shield, tempest shield, because this is one of our main defensive layer, so it's not as good, like it's just like 50-50 something. It's not as good as the SRS build, because for SRS build you will grab a lot of block nodes here and here, and by the way, you will grab more life nodes here and here, because that is you are going to like primary scale life and block for SRS, because you need to grab all the minion nodes from here, so like the passing like just they're all close by. But if you don't go with minion build, then you don't have to you don't have to go this path and go this path. You don't have to go this path. Instead, you just go from the outer side, so that you can scale energy shield and armor instead, and of course life. So you stack these three things, so that at level 90 I get this is a whole lot of HP combined together, so that it's aware and with 50 block, so that's pretty good. I was pretty lucky that I got Aegis Aura, but I was really unlucky that I just get a 6 link from the last map. So before last map, so this is from the last map, so which is pretty good. But before that last map, I ran the heist. Because I just check how to get the sys link. Like I was already level 90, but couldn't get sys link. So yeah, they say that you can actually run heist, and I did have a level 52, I believe. Yeah, I have a level 52 blueprint, and you don't want to just use that directly. You really want to review all the wins, so like to have 3 chances. So from all the like maybe 15 picks, so I was able to grab one of them. So the chance is not super high, but it's a kind of can reliably get you some 5 things. So I got 1 5 things here and 1 5 thing here. And if you can see, they have decent res and HP, so both have pretty good roll. And this one is from map, so like these two just better, even though like it's just level 52. 55, but it's better than than this one. But I mean, it's just a level is 70, so means I still get it quite early, and I couldn't get another 5 drop, so 5 link. So actually getting 5 link is it's sort of pain in the ass. But if for tree league running blueprint, or like just buy the corrupted ones, like spend maybe 30 kills league start, so that is something of course you can do. But you honestly don't want to spend your time doing the wall side quest or like strong box. Like according to my test, I mean I run like several SSF characters and didn't get even a single 6 link corrupted. So this pretty, if we rely on luck, then it's not good enough. We want to have some more reliable way. So this is from the just random drop from my last map, and already I'm level 90. So it's not good enough. And by using 5 link, I think my ignite damage was like something like 8,000, and by using added to blue sockets, the ignite damage has been increased like almost doubled. That is because, of course, we sacrificed the hit damage, so that we introduce deadly elements. So this gives us a lot of damage, a lot of ignite damage. So basically, while our cremation is doing its job, we just pop this, and like it has 100% ignite chance. So by the way, I grabbed these 2 nodes instead of this, so I just used regret to refund it all the way past here. So come from here so that I can grab more life, and yeah. Okay, just recycle. I can recycle. No, I will talk about this later. But basically, I don't think I can recycle any other. This one? No, I can't. Yeah. So basically, the idea is that you could. I think more people will get the fire damage here, but I didn't because I went here first and then come from here. So ignore these nodes. But you get from here instead of going this. So for this start, actually you can grab here, and if you go here, you can use all your holy flame totem, rolling magma, or fire trap, and if it's rolling magma, then you add flame root. Actually, flame root, you can just use one socket, it still does this damage, which is really good. So you can still scale here, and go all the way here. And when you start grabbing this ignite, then that is the time. The ignite chance doesn't help fire trap much, doesn't help your holy totem much, but it will help your DD. So maybe like somewhere at Act 2, you can start using DD. But DD is not really that bad in like Act 1. So Act 1, like you can get green, blue something. You can start with I think it's really close. So rolling magma, DD or fire trap, they are pretty close. And of course, you can, like, because fire trap is also something that it doesn't rely on ignites, you don't have to grab this ignite nodes, but you can use fire trap maybe together with DD, because DD is ignite and the fire trap is the burning ground damage, and you can add like cremation later. So this may be viable. I don't really know, but the other reason why we are doing this is that we are going to avoid the problem with necromancer. That is, it's harder for necromancer to deal damage compared with elementalist. And why do we want to use necromancer? The reason is that, of course, we want to make the phantasmal cremation transition in the future, but also necromancer is more tanky. And yeah, as I said, I tried elementalist, even I get level 89, but still it just dies too much, and I want tankier build. And with necromancer, like for elementalist, you get more exposure. You get some 1 defensive node, which gives you like elemental reduction, which is something similar with suppression. That is not good enough, and all the other nodes are for offense. for like a necromancer, you have like this is for like already like offense defense kind of all around nodes, and this is something that is for offense. Because you can the corpse will be like chilled, and but you with cast speed you have a good quality of life change, so that you can move around quickly. And for this is a pure defensive node. With this you can get go around with the go to the block path. So even though I have Aegis Aura, which was pretty lucky, that it helps a lot with the block nodes, but the last character with SRS, even without Aegis Aura, block seems to be still pretty good. And here we have some very nice region and so our mana problem, so that we can invest more points in life and everything. So yeah, in general, Necromancer is I think fewer people, especially those high-end players, they will avoid like playing too defensively. But the beauty of this build is that it's very good doing some contents. So Expedition I didn't do a lot, and I think it should be good because the monster, it scales with monster's corpse. But what really is really good at is like what I have been doing, that is Blight. So at this point, I already cannot fully run those Blighted maps, but they give you pretty good SP, and they give you I think okay job. So now like we have some lucky divine job from Blight, so we can ignore this, right? And my exalted orb as well, so we can ignore this and just look at the 100 kills and deck. So this is already like 150 kills, and for like if we compare with Expedition, I think Expedition would give us at least another 1200 kills from like when you reach level 90. And in our case, we don't have nets, but we will have a lot of golden oils. So half of them are from the dropping natural drop, and half of them will be from the oil extractor. So this will give us like another hopefully close to 200 kills when this league start. So this is the new strategy. I don't know if I really like it or not, because I'm thinking maybe instead of purely go to Blight, I should also grab the contract nodes, because for some of the contract, the level doesn't really matter that much. And if you can get a contract and run the blueprints by yourself, even though your build is not very optimized for it, but still it should give you decent income. And another problem with Blight, with Blight strategy is that your Atlas feels relatively slow, because of course you spend 5. So most likely I use 3 TL to fast run, but still after like a finish run, still like collecting all the jobs. I didn't have the caster like open chest thing, but even with that, I think it still like will take several minutes for you to get around the map and pick up your loot. So that is pretty bad. But another thing is that in the future, if you do have like a bottle or something like that, it can just sit there. It can boost you from the explode from your pump. It doesn't have the chest drop. It could help, but you need to move it around, which doesn't really make sense. But yeah, you can get you can boost the job that is close to the pump. And also with something like DD, so basically you just pop up things like crazy, and this will help your mill just standing there, and he can build get leveled, so that you can just buy him some aura gear, so that you can, if you want to do simulator, that will like boost your job a lot. That is I think to Necrom is the I don't know if this build can do simulacrum without all the other pieces, but with this with this accumulated, hopefully you can get enough currency. So even though you don't go to cremation, maybe DD actually is better. I think I remember that when I was doing the Crucible encounter, so before the transitioning, actually DD runs faster than cremation. So cremation in general does more damage. I mean the phantasmal cremation, but for some contents that will be that there are a lot of high corpse mobs. DD actually is better because it's basically just use the the highest damage to override the previous ignite, so that it's guaranteed for you to have the highest damage ignite covered. And that's the two tier shops. Yeah, 7.9 of the corpse maximum life, and if it's you have like let's say 7 8 like a blue mobs will be able to like kill a yellow mob, and then yellow mob will like kill other yellow mobs. So that's like for the crucible encounter, it's pretty good. And talking about the crucible, actually, as you can see, this is kind of interesting. This is like a level 4 weapon that I just got from the Act 1 Wonder, and I kept using it because the all fire spell skill gems. So what I could have done was that I should have changed my loot filter to change it. But the thing is that you need to collect gems with a fire tag and with enough quality, and we still don't have enough. So I have this in already prepared, so I can just scourge this and then use this tree. Not use this actually. This is what I'm going to remove. So this is the one that I prepared, which is and it has like one fewer number of corpses, so 12 becomes 11. It's fine. I'm just popping disintegrate all the time, but you have like 10 more maximum life, so that will give you a good chunk of damage boost. And of course, like you have some like use this thing. But for this one, we have some like one reason of course is the off-air resting, that we didn't have views and we weren't able to get our gems to make another off-air spell damage gem level weapon. But the other reason is that we have 80 dexterity, so this literally saved us two some arguably more than 2 nodes. So this is the nodes I added here because I plan to use this instead. Actually, even this dexterity won't be enough. But yeah, I mean I want to do this transition. But yeah, I just count. I don't think this is enough. I only have 3. So if we use like fire and all these, yeah, they are not really fire gem. I think I checked all of them. So yeah, they are not really fire spell. How do I check like fire spell, fire support? I don't know the keyword here, but yeah, basically this doesn't really work. So like we still have to wait for more gems to come. Yeah, that is this build. So this build turns out to be, so this is the actual leage build. I started with 3.21. I became much better in terms of skill myself. So now I can safely say that this build actually is a good leage build. But in terms of currency generation, I'm not sure if like Blight maybe plus has will be a good strategy in terms of making currency. But Blight is always some contents that I really like to run it. So you basically grab you come from here, because you can grab this later, so come here all the way here and start getting the chance, because even without the Druidism at all, you can already start doing the Blight encounter and get some kills here and there. And then you want to get this. So when you get this, you can get more Blighted maps. Again, it doesn't really matter for the low low level maps, but low level maps you don't have currency in the normal mapping at all, and even for expedition you actually don't really have anything if it's just wide maps. But even it's wide map, even like level 3 blight map, you can get something that you can use for yourself. So, and you don't have to allocate essence nodes because you can get essence from there. So as you can see, as it's not because based on my previous testing, essence is something that if you want to cut and like craft some kind of cell, then yeah, of course, like the more the better. But if you can't sell or it's too tedious to sell, so essences, we don't have that many essences, but still, again, it's okay for us to craft like, for example, this is a 71 life and a decent res, armor and the shield base. Again, the armor piece is really unfortunate, so we couldn't get one. So like we can only have well, which this actually it's already decent at level 90 doing the red maps. So this is pure energy shield because we just we happen to get some golden number here. So that's a 251 energy shield is not too bad. Plus you get some nice life. So we don't go CI. So it's still it's pretty good. Like some life is really good. And the rest, and for this, it's something that it's just a natural drop, like 81 life is good enough, and I have better essence. Like for the life essence, I don't have the good one. So yeah, so but actually this is a good one. Oh, great. The 90, interesting. So here we have basically useless. So all the other like evasion rating doesn't do much. If you don't run grace, like then it's basically useless. I don't think I can do this, right? So this is yeah. So I should definitely do this. So let's do this. Okay, let's just make all the sockets empty, and let's by the way, how much I give this? So yeah, 70. So this is definitely not enough, but here we can go. Yeah, we can get some like good rest. So we cannot add a chaos rest, well, or chaos rest. So chaos is it's negative, but yeah, but okay. So now this is better. Yeah. Yeah, I mean this is the thing that you just randomly pop it up. Even this is pretty good. So actually this is better if I can get the colors right. The suppression doesn't do much by itself, but I can. It's suppression surface as service. Okay, so I cannot get the chaos anyway. For this one, chaos of course is not an option anymore. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty useless. What can I craft here? So craft use this. Item drops on death equipped by oh what? I didn't know that. You can get some like a very teeny bit life here, doesn't do much. Avoid elements, maybe there's something that you can do later. And well, some black chance is good. Interesting. Oh, and you can have a life percentage. This is actually should be pretty good. So how about we craft this one? So this is like 2592. So if we craft normally I would go with this, but kind of like want to try this out. So I go this, and I have like yeah, this percentage is always good, and have more mana now. And maybe we can update upgrade clarity. So basically we will use this to trigger clarity. So this 33 plus 80, and that is 113. So yeah, we can update one more level clarity. So basically you have more energy shield and block and determination. I always run determination, clarity. I always run clarity to solve my mana problem, but of course, like you can use left tap to solve your problem as well. And of course, you want to craft the miner's mana thing on the runes. It's not very hard, easy to do on SSF, so I haven't done it yet. And yeah, so last one is defense banner. This is one that if you can fit in, you fit in. If you can't, maybe you run and you have a socket, red socket. You can run low level vitality, things like that. If you have more socket, like if you take out the cremation, maybe you can run and reserve something here and get one more ORS, a maximum res. But I don't really know. That may not do a lot. So here. Yeah, this is animated guardian. I hate animated. I absolutely hate animated guardian. So let's just destroy this one. Yeah. So this is the DD. It's really weird DD plus cremation build, and this strategy I think is decent. It's very personal. That whether you like contents like a simulacrum or you like Blight. My biggest problem is wholesale thing. So all the things you gather is pretty hard to sell. Unlike expedition, which you'll be aiming for a stack deck, that is very easy to sell. For now, for the maps, you run it or you like. Oh, first you can run it, but you run it, you basically just sell the golden oil. And not other things unless it's a D1 that you can just directly use to buy things. Other than that, you get all the things that will help you to craft, but they don't do much. And if you don't run that many maps, you don't get that many sextants, and sextants are really good to buy. And so basically it's the economy. So there are much currency you can like directly just sell. So yeah, that is main problem. There are a couple of other things you can try, like Heist is something, or like Delve. Delve is also something that is pretty good to run. So very easy contents. So yeah, until this point, I think I just learned much more about this game while doing SSF. Like for example, getting this from Heist. This is definitely a good tip. If you can get it from like SSF, it's way more easier for you to get in trade. You just need to buy like several contracts. If they're cheap enough, then you probably don't even have to review. You can just run those by yourself. But review and run, then you will like use one contract to run 3 times. So yeah, this is pretty good. So let me try something here. So I think how it works is that you use this. And you'll use the perfect. I think how it works is that you use this together, and you put on this thing. Oh, it need to be rare. Interesting. So you may need to get it to rare, and of course when we applied this 27, I thought it's 30. Okay, right. And then we'll scourge. Yeah, something like this. And then like yeah, you have a tree here, then yeah, you can add the fire, and other than fire, you just undo the argumentation, and then like use Ruggle, and then like craft like a trigger skill, because they just Rego just add one thing, and we don't need any fancy thing. We just need something that is better than this one, arguably better, because you have like this is probably worth like these 2 points that you save from here. But yeah, this is the general path. We still have some craft some really bad gear here, but yeah, this is pretty good craft. Very high shield and very high life. And for the boots, yes, okay as well. So how much if you want to buy something like this? Yeah, 5 chaos. So yeah, if you make a bunch of this, sell for 5 chaos, not really bad. But Sizzling probably just, yeah, like I don't know. I'm just random things. So this is how much is this one? Yeah, another 10 shells. Yeah, no, the socket number, socket color actually does something. So we'll get like I want to basically get at most 3 green nodes here, which is not that easy to achieve. So at the most 3 green. Yeah, something like this. So this is something that I can't really use because if I replace this, I will have bad number of code arrests. So not for now, but yeah, but this is decent. So I could use this if I didn't run heist. And maybe I should get rid of this. I mean, 5 links, I don't need any more. And I can, yeah. And put this, maybe, I don't know, here. And get rid of these 2. Yeah, they're pretty good. I don't know if they can be sold. Maybe they can be sold in the trade league, but yeah, get rid of this. And yeah, we again, as I said, there's a downside about this strategy that it's pretty hard to just run your maps. So that we still haven't reached to tier 16 yet. Yet I'm pretty sure that this build should have no problem handle tier 16 contract, and you get all the 14 to 16 blighted maps. Eventually, you will want to do it. You want to use this build to salvage the ravaged, blighted ravaged map. I think I will keep playing this for a little bit. So Blade. So now we are already at like 22 hours because of our recording. But yeah, the biggest problem, of course, is that the stash. We don't use premium on this stash. So maybe I will stop running contract and I will focus on the map and see how it goes if I just keep running maps and try to get a higher level of blighted maps. So blighted maps, I think our most high is 13. I don't know at which point. I need to Google that later. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is the DD league start based on strategy based on Blight mostly. And using the knowledge of crafting to get you ready on the SSF. So I'm using like this to cheat a little bit, so that I use leak mechanism to save me like maybe more 2 passive points. But yeah, this is something that like you can get maybe better leak mechanism next time. And yeah, this is really lucky job. From here, if I don't use this, I will be using something like this is pretty bad. Yeah, this is way fewer armor and energy shield, and we have well, for this one we have 1 endurance charge always here, so that is 5% physical reduction. That is pretty good. And I wasn't able to get the thing that you can run the legendary add something to the add a tree to your legendary. And after that, probably you can use like more to combine this and like this, because all the 3 nodes are pretty good. So more damage, more res, and more like endurance charge. Power charge that doesn't do much in this build anyway. So whenever you use this node, the elemental overload, it's like it's just use this. The crit is most likely use this. And frenzy charge is really good. You have more attack speed, and that's you can more around faster. And of course, when we replace this, with this one, then we will use a shield charge instead. Shield charge is arguably better for some people. We think like some people actually prefer that than the shield charge over the shield the lip slam. But I think lip slam is a little bit better. Basically, you do this two, and then do one this, these two. Yeah, keep repeating and stop. And so that's why I think it's still okay to do heist, even though it's not a super fast build. So yeah, this is my league start strategy. I'm really happy with this HP plus the block and everything. We can have like 5 block from here, but we have more life here. Cool. So yeah, this is our SSF DD, and see you next time. I will not start a new build like soon. I will do the Blight, because personally I haven't finished a Blight ravaged map yet myself, and I really want to try this build, how good it is. So now I can very comfortably do Blighted map with like all around, all the mobs are coming from all directions, not enough tower coverage. So this build is very easy to handle this. So ravage map, I think finally I'm able to see, because the real thing I want to the biggest thing I want to take a look at is how profited it's going to be. I know it's hard, but if I can handle it, how perfect it's going to be, because Blighted map is it's definitely not worth your time if you compare with like Expedition, even though I like the mechanism. But maybe Ravage map will be better, maybe something close to Simple Electron. Let's find out later. So thank you and have a good weekend.